Shalom, Kol Loyam, Wawal, Ayal, Bashim Yahushai, Shamar Rakakwadash. Double honors are definitely due unto the venerable apostles and elders of the great millstone who rule well. Salutations, peace, and blessings to you, Akim, out there laboring on the four winds, doing this work sincerely and truthfully. On down to all those among Yasharallah who believed our report. I'm Shamar with the Men of Valor, South Carolina camp. And this is going to be a quick response, a slight response, if you will, all right, to this video done by one of the Saquans, I think the head of the Baltimore camp, all right, and his page is Holy Bible Defenders, and you see the title of his video. It says, Carolina David, a false interpretation of all nations being saved, and then he says easy work, because it is easy work to disprove that lie. And, you know, so many of our people, all right, especially amongst Judah, okay, being you so-called Negroes, all right, are truly desiring to save your enemies, man. All right, and like it says on the screen here, it says this is truly self-hatred, because that's what this is, man. That's what this boils down to, man. You know, Jake, again, you know, primarily Judah, all right, but you know, all our people in general, you know, they have an unfounded, you know, unexplained love for their enemies, man. Okay? And this is all getting ready to be dealt with through the power of Spirit, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. But anyways, I was watching the video, and, you know, the Spirit, you know, was on me, you know, to bring out a couple scriptures. And it is easy work, but, you know, edification, you know, Lord willing, will come out. Okay? Now, a lot of where this comes from, okay, is something that Yahushua said in some of the gospel accounts. Now, I am going to go to the book of Luke, the 24th chapter, okay? And this is Yahushua speaking, all right? This is Luke chapter 24, and I'm just going to get right to the point. This is verse 47. And that repentance and remission of sins should be preached in his name, talk about Yahushua, all right, among all nations, beginning at Jerusalem, and ye are witnesses of these things. Okay, so repentance and remission of sins has to be preached among all nations, because our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelite foreigners and speckled birds, are mingled among all nations. Okay, and you're going to have Israelites who look like all the nations. Okay? It's really simple. It's not that salvation is for all the nations, because, again, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and the heathen, they're in their salvation. They're in their rest. Okay? So our people, all right, pursuant to the curses, all right, specifically Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter and the 64th verse, you know, says that we would be scattered, man. Okay? That's why Paul had to go into these various regions, and even Peter, okay, because Peter wrote to the strangers who were scattered, okay? Those are the Israelites. He wrote to the strangers that were scattered throughout Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, and Bithynia. Okay, but the Apostle Paul, he was commissioned to be the apostle to the Gentiles, why he magnified his office. Not that all nations can be saved, man, but our people are mingled among the heathen and in all nations. That's why this word has to go into the four corners of the earth, man. Okay? This is Psalms 44 and verse 11. Thou hast given us like sheep appointed for meat. Talking about you Israelites, it says, and has scattered us among the heathen. That's right, man. And, you know, you go back to the Maccabean time frame, you know, where our people were, basically it was the southern kingdom at that point, you know, Judah, Levi, and Benjamin, you know, where wicked men among Israel, you know, made themselves uncircumcised and forsook the holy covenant, man. They forsook the law, statutes, commandments. They wanted to be Greek. You're going back to the Greco-Roman Empire, man, you know. And now Jake is 2/3 anyway, is still, you know, Romanized, man, Hellenized. You know, with us being in the last leg of the revived Roman Empire, you know, hey, Jake wants to be Roman, man. You know, Jake wants to be in all the sports, wants to shave his face, shave his head, you know, celebrate Christmas and Easter, eat abominable foods, you know. There's no new thing under the sun, man. It was like this again during the Grecian rule, during the rule of the Greeks, okay? And it's like that today, man. All right? Again, Psalm 44:11, thou hast given us like sheep appointed for meat and hast scattered us among the heathen. James chapter 1 and verse 1. James, a servant of God, the Most High Yahweh, and of the Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. All right? Even in John the 11th chapter, in the 52nd verse, which I'll read, matter of fact. Let's start up. This is Caiaphas, speaking here in John, the 11th chapter. Matter of fact, I'll start in verse 49, but the point is in 52, okay? This is John chapter 11, verse 49. It says, and one of them named Caiaphas, being the high priest that same year, said unto them, ye know nothing at all. And this dude, Carolina David, he don't know nothing at all, man. All right? Teaching that all nations can make it. You really don't know nothing, man. You err not knowing the scriptures. It says, nor consider that it is expedient for us that one man should die for the people. He was talking about Yahushua, and that the whole nation perish not. And this spake he not of himself, but being high priest that year, he prophesied that Yahushua should die for that nation. And not for that nation only, because again, it was just the southern kingdom at the time, primarily in the land. It says, and not for that nation only, but that also he should gather together in one the children of God, the Most High Power Yahweh, that were scattered abroad. Okay, so even them Pharisees, even the wicked scribes and Pharisees knew, okay, that the northern kingdom was scattered, all right, after the Assyrian captivity. Okay? So yeah, man, that's why Yahushua said that in Luke 24 again, because his people are scattered into the four corners of the earth, man. All right? Once again, it was a curse. All right, but now, the tribes are coming back together through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and his word being preached throughout the four corners. All right, the elect are being sealed up. Ezekiel chapter 6 and verse 8. And it reads, yet will I leave a remnant, that ye may have some that shall escape the sword among the nations when ye shall be scattered through the countries. That's right, and the Lord always had a remnant. All right, the Lord always had his men, those who believed on his name. Okay, you can go into, Romans 11. Go into Romans 11 for that, I believe. He always had a remnant. Okay, he always had a reserved, all right, elect that would not bow the knee to the image of Baal. And it's going to be no different in this last time as well. All right. All right, this is let's get some more precepts. I'm not gonna make this too long. Just again, the Spirit, hit me to bring a couple precepts out. Because this is this belief that the nations can make it, man. This is a stumbling block to Jake. All right, Jeremiah 15:17. Israel is a scattered sheep. All right. No other nation in the Bible outside of the nation of Yasharallah is likened unto sheep, okay? Israel is a scattered sheep. The Lord said himself that he was only sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. It says, Israel is a scattered sheep, and lions have driven him away. First, the king of Assyria hath devoured him, and last, this Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, hath broken his bones. All right, and you Israelites have had your bones broken over here in Babylon the Great, all right? Go back to Ezekiel this time. Ezekiel, the 11th chapter, right, the 17th verse, and it reads, therefore say, thus saith the Lord, Most High Power Yahweh, I will even gather you from the people and assemble you out of the countries where ye have been scattered, and I will give you the land of Israel. This is getting ready to happen, man, all right, when the Lord comes back during the midst of World War III. All right, the Lord is fixing to give the land back to his people, man, all right, because it's been trodden down of the Gentiles. All right, but we're at that moment where the time of the Gentiles is ready to be fulfilled, man. All right, no more heathen rule in this earth. Okay, so yeah, just a quick video. Again, this word had to be noised abroad, had to go into the nations because our people are mingled among all people and in every nation. All right, I don't want to write this out, Lord willing, you edify. And with that, I want to say shalom.